Gel nails are not safe. That's the word on the street. They cause cancer, they cause allergies, and many gel nail users, pro or DIY, have oversimplified the process of gel nails. Oh yeah, you just paint it on like you would nail polish and then put it in a lamp, any lamp, a few times, and that will do. Oh, and you can get a super cheap starter kit on Amazon and a curing unit all delivered within like 48 hours if you have Prime. But the process is definitely more involved and sophisticated than this. If you've been doing nails for more than 5 years, then you know that allergies weren't really a thing then. And also, if you've been in the industry for a few more years than that, then you also know that the cancer scare of UV lamps also makes its round every couple years. A new study has revealed that blah, 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 blah. And my goal today is not to overcomplicate this with all the science, because I'm not a scientist. And I've even seen the scientists and other channels talking about this topic trip up on their own statements and having us chase our own tails with these overcomplicated conversations. And I simply and truly don't believe that either pro or DIY should need to get a degree in chemistry or some deep knowledge of it to find responsibly manufactured products. It was not hard to find them 5, 10, or even 20 years ago, and so there is definitely no need to overcomplicate things today. Good companies did not just cease to exist at the turn of the century. Just a few years ago, you had people who were allergic to acrylic nails. Presumably, it was the monomer component, not the powder, and that was about it. They actually would then switch over to gel nails to mitigate their issue. But now, gel nails are the boogeyman. What happened? Did the big name gel brands that had been dominating the nail scene, i.e. Gelish, C&D, Young Nails, etc., did they go rogue and just started manufacturing irresponsibly and making all of their users pro or DIY allergic? I don't think so. Some blame 2020. Oh, more people, started doing their nails at home and then all of the allergies. While that is true, the reality is that according to online groups of nail techs, outbreaks were happening just pre-2020. In today's video, I'll be giving you the biggest tips for safe use of gel, whether you're pro or DIY. Hey there and welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Paola of paolaponcenails.com, your source for all things premium soft gel and entrepreneurship in the nail industry. If you'd like to continue growing with me in this niche, then at the end of this video, do consider subscribing. Gel nail safety tip number 1, be willing to invest in better quality products from the get-go. Look, if you're buying gels to paint press-ons, any gel may do, but for products that risk touching the skin, you'll have to invest in better quality products. Get the safety data sheets, we all say, right? A lot of talk has been made of ingredients, and some companies have even villainized one ingredient that has been safely and responsibly used for many years to make gel: HEMA. But unfortunately, if the products you're buying are products that lack transparency from the get-go, you'll not only find it a pulling teeth scenario when you do ask the distributor for SDS, but also once you obtain them. If the products are not manufactured by the distributor themselves, and on top of that, they're manufactured in questionable manufacturing parts of the world like China and others, then can you really trust those sheets, even if you can obtain them? And then once you've obtained them, can you read them? I've heard, and even myself have been handed incorrect safety data sheets from products that were new to the market, but everyone was using them, and so I had to kind of see what the rave was all about. And I got the safety data sheets along with the products. So for me personally, getting the safety data sheets only makes me feel a tad bit safer, especially after that incident. And by the way, some states require pros to have safety data sheets of all of the products they use in their salon. All. So get them if you need to. But here's the thing, finding a good trustworthy brand is not hard. And time after time, I found that if something costs more, like a lot of money, right, there's a good reason for it. No smart company goes into business and says, yeah, we want to be the most expensive brand so that very few people can use us. No. So next time you find yourself saying that X brand is so expensive, stop. There is a reason. Take the time into learning more about the company. And I get it. You want to trust the brands you use, especially if they fit within your budget, but you want more transparency. Transparency in a brand comes as easily as showing your face and sharing your story. Think of the faces of C&D, Young Nails, Kokoist. If you're familiar with any one of these brands, I bet you know their owners. And does not just knowing their face elicit a feeling of trust? These brands believe in their products, believe in their story, and shamelessly and often put their face out there to represent their products. Now, this is just the first step in trusting a brand. Obviously, if someone puts their face out there, that's a very first good step, but it's not the only step to elicit trustworthiness. So before we move on to safety reason number 2, let's take a moment to review some guidelines for vetting a nail brand. Number 1, owner's face or story. Who's the founder of the brand and why did they find a need to take on the burden to creating their own nail brand? Number 2, time in business. How long has this company been in business? Has it been in good standing since its inception? Because if that brand has had a severe health risk accusation, their good standing clock would restart, for me at least. Number 3, manufacturing. Who manufactures their products? Do they have their own manufacturing team or are their products private labeled? If they are privately labeled, do they have them third-party sampled or tested for ingredient accuracy and safety? Once you've decided on your brand or two based on these 3 factors and have gone on to buy some of their products, now it's time to ask for the safety data sheets of what you bought. Gel nail safety tip number 2, buy your brand's curing unit. Listen, I'm no longer budging on this. After you have selected to work with a responsibly manufactured brand, your next big purchase is the brand's curing unit. Yes, a good curing unit will cost anywhere from $150 to $350, and so you may want to weigh this into deciding what brand you're going to be starting with. You don't have to start with the most expensive. You will be tempted to start out with a unit on Amazon while you sort out your brand choice, but I truly believe that all of the issues you'll be having with your gel nails will stem from having bought a whatever type unit, so you will have to choose a brand's curing unit quite early. Again, you don't have to go with the most expensive brand in the beginning. Now, keep in mind why some curing units may be more expensive than others. It's kind of like the e-file situation that if you go cordless, you're paying for that battery pack, that, rechargeable battery. Sometimes you're paying money for the features. Again, is the unit cordless? Is it dual wave? Is it custom made, etc.? One thing I like about the Kokoist brand of gels is that they offer 2 curing units. One that is premium, that's the LeBlanc because of all of its features, and another that is standard but just as high quality at a much more affordable price to many, the Infinity. They are about the only company I know that does this. Companies have a hard time stocking just 1 curing unit, let alone 2. So again, bonus points to Kokoist for doing this. If you are not willing to invest in the curing unit of your main line for your gel nail services, get out of doing gel nails. I mean it. Your health or that of your clients is simply not worth it. Your cheapy curing unit may emit a wavelength or use bulbs that wear out that may expose you to unsafe levels of UV. So now you might prove the cancer fear-mongering peeps true, or their strength may not be sufficient to cure your gels to their correct hardness, leaving you with half-cured gel nails, and uncured gel is definitely allergy causing, and so now you're propagating to the whole allergy thing too. If you become allergic to an ingredient in gel nails, you will be allergic for life. Some allergies may be easier to cope with than others, but the assumption is that the allergy will be here to stay once you have it. So, if you are not willing to do your research on gel nails as we outline in safety tip number 1, like vetting the companies and all of that, and you refuse to invest in the curing unit of your main brand, safety tip number 2, get out of doing gel nails. It is not worth any health issue or lawsuit of an injured client by improperly cured gels. I have heard it happen. Gel nail safety number 3, ventilate your space. Never ever work with chemicals in a non-ventilated area. You need constant airflow in your space. You see the chemist in the lab with the robe, with the thing, with the that, right? And obviously the ventilation. You want some degree of that on all levels. Wear an apron, wear your mask, wear your goggles, right? If they don't want it on them, why would you want it on you, even though you're getting a lower intensity product? Chemicals, whether they are low or high in volatility, meaning their fumes are floating in the air of your space, if they have nowhere else to go, they will go in you via your airways or your skin. You may experience toxic effects like nausea and itchy sore throat. Not worth it. Ventilation does not have to get tricky or expensive. It is as simple as having a window open or an exhaust fan going. It may be worth or required in your building to invest in some other mechanism for ventilation, so do check your regulations. Gel nail safety number 4, leave it to the pros. Ultimately, nail enhancements are designed for professional use, and so if you as a DIYer are not willing to invest in good products, please stick to only nail polish and press-ons. Those are your safest options. But even the professional industry recognizes that there may be some ambitious DIYers that will insist on doing their own nails. And for this reason, their brands are available for purchase in places like Sally's Beauty Supply, like Gelish, and Amazon, like Young Nails. You may also be able to find mentors in the nail industry who will show you how to apply gel nails safely, and all while also achieving long wear. Because ultimately, if you can give yourself a good set of nails, like lasting 3+ weeks in your DIY, you're decreasing your exposure if you only have to do them once per month, right? Now, I do have a mentorship program via my Master Gel Nails course. I take you step by step through the exact processes of my most popular salon services, all with the safe use of premium soft gels. We're getting ready to open our virtual doors for group class enrollment. Find out more or get on the waitlist using the link below. You'll also be able to snag an early bird bonus for doing so once enrollment opens. Another way to leave it to the pros is to support your local nail tech. Let's add it up real quick. Intro quality gel nail kit, approximately $100. Curing unit, approximately $150. Course to do it yourself, approximately $300. Your time, you tell me. Peace of mind, priceless in my opinion. That's approximately $550, and in my experience, it only starts there. So now that you see how investing in the materials to do it yourself actually costs a lot of money, is it really worth leaving and not supporting your local nail tech? To some it is, to some it is not. And in my experience, I've noticed that a lot of my students start as curious DIYers who eventually do want to do this for themselves. So again, I'm for supporting both sides. Just be responsible in your decision, whatever it is. Getting our nails done with quality products and technique by a pro is a luxury. And if you don't have that budget at this time, consider these 3 things. Number 1, nail polish. All the supplies for this will cost you roughly $25 to get started. Number 2, press-ons. Custom start at about $40, but they can be used multiple times. Number 3, this would be the more expensive one, but that would be finding an industry mentor to teach you safe application. You'll find some cool videos here on YouTube of what to do or not to do, but you really want an all-encompassing step-by-step course like what we do inside MGN. Gel nail safety number 5, take all safety precautions. So if you've already narrowed down your brands and you're using the quality curing unit from one of them, here are some additional safety precautions I always take, even to this day. Other than the ones we've already mentioned, like cure things properly and keep your area ventilated, here are other ones that you want to consider. Number 1, keep all products off of the skin. Uncured gel is allergenic. It does not belong on the skin. Number 2, apply your gel in thin layers. Curing gel often emits heat. This heat spike on your nails can be severe when you apply the gel in thick layers, so thin layers is the way to go. Number 3, wear gloves. Gloves keep you from exposing yourself to uncured gel, nail dust on your skin, and your client perspiring on you. Gross. Number 4, wear glasses. This is not ridiculous. You can get some cheapies or something that looks cute. I've seen them out there. They do exist. Gel dust is finer than most other enhancements like acrylic, for example, which means that they will not be weighed down by gravity, but rather start floating into your breathing zone, including your eyes. And if you're filing improperly cured gel, those raw particles are now making it to your eyes also, okay? So they are not ridiculous. Glasses are and can be important in your service, especially if you don't have a dust collector pulling that dust away from your face. Whew. That was a lot, I know, but I hope you took so much from it and that you see that indeed many oversimplify how technical and prestigious and expensive a gel nail service really is. Let's recap today's 5 biggest tips for safe use of gel nails. Number 1, be willing to invest in better quality products. Buy the curing unit for your main brand. Number 3, have proper ventilation. Number 4, leave it to the pros and use nail polish and press-ons. And number 5, take all safety precautions. And remember to vet your brands and get a little nosy about why they decided to go through the trouble of bringing their products to market. That takes a lot of work. Why did they do that? If you would like to learn how to responsibly apply premium soft gels, our MGN course opens up soon for group class enrollment. Sign up to the waitlist using the link below. If you've enjoyed today's content, do consider subscribing. And if you have an extra minute or two, and if you have a friend who you think may benefit from today's conversation, please do share this topic with them by forwarding the link. Thank you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.